16.
Passed the bar in 99.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say?
This is an Evergreen Media Network studio production. Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. Happy New Year! Woohoo! I love it. So glad you guys could be here. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah.
And welcome home. Cindy rolled in the middle of the night last night from a red eye from Denver.
Right.
She's been out traveling and having a good time, rolling in the new year. But we're so glad that you guys could be here with us today. Cindy, you're looking good, baby. I mean, come on. You brought it all. We made you work on your first day back.
I even took a shower.
Oh, my God. We are so pleased. My guest and I today are pretty pumped about that. So you had a good time in Denver, but you were saying you didn't ski, but the skiers had a good time, or no? What was the deal?
I did not ski.
Okay.
I did not ski because I was like, that's been 100 years ago that I've done that. And one of the skiers kind of crashed out, but, you know, it was okay. A lot of tears on that one. But other than that, it was
no
good.
broken bones, no hospital.
No, there was no x-rays or anything like that. And then we went to tubing.
I love to see. I think there's a lot of stuff you can do if you go out to snow if you don't ski.
Yeah.
There's tubing. There's like snowmobiling, right?
Yep.
The tubing is totally
I love it. So we had the kids, the grandkids. We all did the tubing.
Yeah.
And that's just innocent.
They must have loved that.
They did.
I know the boys. They love that.
Yeah,
and you have a
they
baby.
do.
Is there a baby girl involved yet? Or do we have
Two little boys, and then my granddaughters and whatever. Yeah. So they had a great time.
That's great.
They did.
That's great. Well, welcome back to Vero Beach.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Lori Davis Show. Lori Davis, your realtor for life. A lot of people will say to me, what does that mean, Lori Davis, realtor for life? What it is I've been in this business since 2024 now is 18 years. So over the years, I know, I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm not that old anyway.
No.
Still, I'm just 20 years old. No. But, you know, people come into our town, this beautiful town. We talk about the show. The show is about lifestyle. It's about the reason why everybody comes to Vero Beach because of this amazing thing that we offer them. Now, you come in, you have a realtor, you come to Lori Davis, we find you a nice house or a condo, and then you move in. And then within X amount of years, and it's usually between 5 and 7 years, people will need to want more space. They want less space. They have family changes. They want to go live back by their children up north. The grandkids are now playing soccer up north or missing the games. You know, grandma and grandpa want to go back. A job opportunity changes. We know that happens all the time. Sometimes it's health concerns, you know. Sometimes they just want to move out to the beach, or they're on the beach and they want to move to the mainland. Anyway, it's the same thing, and what they're doing is they're calling me back and they're saying, hey, Lori, you helped us buy this house. Help me sell this one, and let's go find this other opportunity. So that's what Realtor for Life is, and I am very, very passionate about it. My clients, a lot of them, we've done 3, 4, 5 transactions. Like 5 is my number one. And so that's my commitment. That's my commitment through Dale Sorensen Real Estate to you as your Realtor for Life. So if you're interested in buying or selling real estate, you need to call Lori Davis over at Dale Sorensen Real Estate. I'm not going to give you my phone number. You guys can Google it. I'm all over the internet, so you can find me there. But I do appreciate it. And if you guys, anybody sees me and you want to stop me, and they're like, hey, you're Lori Davis, Realtor for Life, and it happens, yes, that would be me, and I'd be happy to talk to you anytime. I don't care if it's the Publix or the Home Depot or walking down the beach.
Right.
You know, I know. Talking to the guy who's he was an AC guy, and he goes, you're Lori Davis, that Realtor for Life? And I was like, yeah.
So it works.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, even my AC breaks. So the lockbox code is this. And
Right.
thank you much for your help. So anyway, our guest today is a real estate attorney here in town. She's also a very dear friend of mine, but she has been an attorney for going on over 20 years. She's a wife. She's a mother of 2 fabulous children. I always love to give a shout out to Jake and Morgan. Morgan, who is now doing a semester over abroad in England. We're very proud of her. She's over at Oxford. She's a kick-butt tennis player. We actually played a set yesterday. Welcome, Rebecca Emmons from Rossway Swan.
Oh, Happy New Year, Lori.
Happy New Year to you. I'm so glad you're here. We love having you here. Now, how were your holidays? I couldn't remember if you guys got out of town. Did you guys go anywhere?
No, we stayed here with trying to coordinate Morgan getting to Oxford and all of that. We just couldn't do anything this year. But it was nice. We were able to kind of relax and enjoy being here.
You popped that Christmas tree up the day after Thanksgiving.
Well,
I was with Rebecca for Thanksgiving, and the next day, all of a sudden, boop, this tree goes up. I'm like, you are amazing.
Yeah, well, this is the first year that I've had an artificial one in quite a long time.
Yeah, but it was so wonderful. You said it was a great experience.
It was, with older children, I don't have the help decorating the tree like I used to. Yeah. And those artificial trees are pretty nice. I bought one December 26th last year for like bargain basement prices. It's the time to buy a tree.
I was going to say, you probably still could go online right now and get a great deal on a tree. Yeah. So I would think so. Now, I know, Cindy, we know all about your travels. Chef Scott Baricchio, he always provides us with a cocktail. Woo! He did one for us today. Okay, so this is called an that's another
little
gin
mint
drink.
muddle too.
Oh, a muddle of mint, and so it's yummy. It's yummy. It's dangerously strong, or maybe I made it wrong, but it's tasty. But it'll get you there. I'll tell you that. No, it's very, very good. So anyway, and I probably just shredded the recipe of that, but it is tasty. It's very, very tasty. Thank you, Chef Scott Baricchio at Citrus Grill House for the cocktail. We do appreciate it. Right over there at 1050 Easter Lily Lane, right on the ocean. You can't miss it. Right next to Humiston Park. Go there Monday through Saturday for lunch and dinner. Absolutely fabulous, fresh food. The staff is great. Jake Emmons is there, so if you see Jake at the hostess stand, tell him that Lori Davis said hello. Anyway, thank you so much, Chef Scott and the staff over at Citrus. What's happening around town? We've got Rebecca is here. She's a real estate attorney. I've got to do a few things. I always have to do this little housekeeping thing. And then we're going to get over to Rebecca because there's a lot going on in real estate. We're going to talk about condominiums and the new structural things that are going on and some of the inspections and stuff that has to happen. But a couple of things we got to talk about. Jersey Boys is about to open tomorrow, the 3rd, at Riverside Theater. And we have been enjoying, did you get to see, Rebecca, the $1 Million Quartet?
I did not.
Oh. Cindy, I know you saw it.
It was incredible.
I saw it. It was
That was one of the best ones I've ever seen, and I don't want to be that way.
It was. And Jersey, we got to go see Jersey Boys.
Well, I love the music in Jersey Boys.
I do too. Yeah. I know. So you and I grew up kind of, that was like our little vibe, And we know it because our parents really more so listened to it than we did. Yeah. But I had the same thing, and I can't wait to see it. So let's try and see if we can't get over there.
Well, I already asked my husband if he'll go, and he's like, your girls
Jim's
won't go with you? I'm like, my girls will go with me.
We do so much. Like, Jim's always like, you going with the girls again? I'm like, you want to go see Jersey Boys? He's like, no.
All right. Then don't give me a hard time.
Exactly. We need to do that because I really enjoyed, I don't know if they're getting better or is it just me? That I just feel like these productions. Cindy, what do you think? You get a little more involved in that theater thing over there.
I was totally, let me put myself on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was totally impressed with that one, with the caliber of the people that they had in that $1 Million one. Totally. Unbelievable.
Well, they went and picked those people in New York. I mean, they go up there. That's the difference. It's not a touring group. It is literally a production. They go to New York, they pick the actors, and they come back and they put this thing together.
Well, I would think COVID may have had, an impact on, the last couple years at least.
Yeah, not being able to get people to come down and that kind of
travel.
Thing. Sure. Yeah, probably. I'm sure. But I'm just super excited. So Jersey Boys.
And now with the Riverside
where they can
suites
stay
that they have out west which are
over
nice.
By Dodgertown.
I mean,
they are
have
nice.
a lot. Community has a lot to offer for actors.
I know, for our little town.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
Lifestyle Vero Beach. This is why we are so great. The theater, the arts, all of that. We've got it all going on. Bark in the Park. Did you ever go to that?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Oh, you haven't? It's great.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
People love this thing.
Well, I have 2. You can have one of mine. We'll take them together. Yeah.
Would you take your? I know your dogs.
Yes.
I wasn't talking about the children.
I could have one of my children. There's dogs, but you had
Bacardi and Hennessy. All my friends have dog names that are liquor names, but and they're most fabulous dogs. So I love your pups. I love the girls and boys. But so you would take them over there with all those dogs?
Sure.
Does all the dogs act good? They act right?
Well, Hennessy might not go. He doesn't play well with others, but Bacardi loves it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Does he just kind of hang out, but he doesn't do it? Because they said they have this is the Treasure Coast's largest dog festival. Frisbee dogs, comic stunt dogs, dog costume contests.
Dog costume contest.
Yeah.
We'll dress her up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's this Saturday.
And they have all these
from
vendors.
10 to 5. Yes.
They have all these vendors.
Yeah.
And the 5K, the Quill 5K is Saturday morning as well.
Okay, so are you doing that?
I'm the committee, so I'm volunteering.
Oh, okay.
And I might take Bacardi to that and let her be like a greeter around the corner.
Okay, or I could walk her if you want me to.
Well, she's not going to go that far. She's 12. I mean,
she's so beautiful. These are the gorgeous golden retrievers. I mean, like those big fluffy ones you guys see, right? Oh, Cindy, these guys are beautiful.
Yeah,
they are. They're gorgeous, and they're so sweet. Yeah. They're so sweet. Yeah. I love them. And then, of course, it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention the Friday Art Stroll. Barry Shapiro always reminds me, don't forget to tell people. But anyway, it's that art stroll. It's downtown, 14th Avenue. Starts at 5 o'clock. Galleries, shops, restaurants, they're open 5 to 8. Go down there. It's really kind of cool. They're doing a lot more things. The kind of, they got the Italian lights on that section over by.
They do. Yep.
Yeah, where the galleries are. Across from.
Where would people park if they were going to that? Where's the best place to park?
You know what I
Cindy.
do? I park in the let me put myself on 1, 2, 3, 5. I park in the Flick parking lot too, and walk across.
Flick,
yeah, Freshman Learning Center.
Freshman Learning Center. That's a good spot.
Yeah, because they don't care.
The place by the brewery, by Jetsons, that big open parking lot.
Yep. Yeah,
it's across from Jetsons, between Route 60 is going this way and that way.
It's by the railroad tracks and Jetsons, in between the two.
It's a city parking lot. It's a city parking lot.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. By the post office is on this side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
across from the Japanese restaurant. Sushi place.
Yeah, correct.
Kata.
Saka. Kata. Those places.
That's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's great. And it does look like limited parking. You're not going to get out on the street on 14th Avenue. Yeah. So find something around that's legal. Don't park illegally.
Yeah, that one parking lot.
Yeah.
Don't park in them.
No. And then there's that one, like I said, the one across from Kilted.
Yeah.
Everybody
don't park there. Don't drive through there either, apparently.
Don't even look at it.
Yeah, well, you can't.
Don't look at
whatever their radar system is, if you drive through there, they pick you up.
Yeah. Oh, you're kidding.
People.
That's why I go to the Flick. They don't care though.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, be nice down there. Everybody find a place to park, but go down. All right. Let's go back into the real estate thing. Mm-hmm. Let's go into real estate law. So there's well, let me ask you a question. Why real estate law? Why did you get into real estate?
Why did I get into real estate? So originally I was a tax attorney in Miami.
Okay.
Because I worked in Ernst & Young in Cleveland during law school. Yeah. Went to Florida, moved down here with my husband. Worked as an ERISA attorney in Miami, and then we moved up here in 2003, and just fell into practice with some really great attorneys in town. One of my best, one of the best mentors I ever had, Bill Stewart.
Absolutely.
So I've been with him since 2003.
Great man.
And being a real estate attorney is just kind of it's a lifestyle choice.
It is.
Like for regardless of women's lib or whatever it is. Like I wanted to have a family, and a lot of practice areas in the legal field just require a lot of time.
A lot of hours.
Yeah.
Like nighttime.
Part-time for an attorney is 40 hours.
Right. Exactly.
When you're building your practice, that's part-time is 40 hours. So to be able to kind of have a family and raise a family and take care of my family, and my husband traveled all the time when we were younger.
Yeah.
So to be able to do all that kind of real estate was a good practice, because nobody's doing real estate closings past 5 o'clock.
No.
So, everybody gets their keys by 5.
Right. Exactly.
And a lot of times if they're getting them at 5, they're upset because it's too late in the day.
I know.
Right? Like everybody wants them by noon.
That's right. Well, in her real estate, so you do closings. We know you do all of that. You do review contracts. You do closings. You're also on the other side, like we were talking about condominiums. You're involved with homeowners association documents, writing up condo documents, doing reviews for these things. The new thing that everybody's talking about, because of what happened down in Miami with the condominium that collapsed and a lot of lives were lost, there's a new law that has come out, and there are associations are required to do what's called a structural integrity reserve study by December 31, 2024. And it's out there to identify potential or existing structural problems that could lead to significant repair costs. So tell us a little bit about this, what it's doing, why they're doing it, and how it's going to be implemented by these associations.
So obviously the reason they're doing it is to mandate these inspections to prevent what happened in Surfside,
Exactly.
right? And the reports, these inspections need to be submitted to your local government, who keeps track of them. And then if you, in the phase 1 report, most of the places are going to just need to do a phase 1 report. But if you don't pass your phase 1 report, then you have to do the repairs that are in the phase 1, and then you have to do a phase 2 inspection after that.
Okay.
So now it's just adding a layer of regulation to make sure that the buildings are safe.
Right.
Because there was no regulation before.
Yeah.
Really, it was just random inspections that were maybe catching some deteriorating rebar, and obviously that failed in Miami, unfortunately.
Right.
So now the inspections, if your building's over 30 years old, prior to 2022, then you need to have these inspections done by December of next year.
Right.
And then on a forward-going basis, any buildings, once they hit the 30-year mark, they need to have the inspections done.
Okay.
And the reports submitted to the local government.
Right. And so what we were talking about prior to getting in here was, if your roof has been done, there's a lifespan of that. Okay, so there's roof, there's plumbing, there's structural, there's electrical.
Fire suppression systems.
Fire suppression, doors.
Doors and windows.
Doors and windows, okay. So if your building has, I don't want people to get nervous, because everybody is, trust me, selling real estate right now for condos, everybody's asking this question, and we as realtors and attorneys representing buyers and sellers, it's a conversation we all have to have. Now, if they're found in this study, one of these things needs attention, what are the next steps that these associations are going to have to go through?
Well, so there's two separate things. There's the structural inspection report.
Has to be done.
Has to be done. There's items found, they have to be repaired.
Okay.
The other thing is the reserve study report, where they have to conduct, reserve the lifespan, things that are less than, more than 25-year lifespan, you don't have to reserve for those.
Okay.
Until you get to the 25-year mark.
Right.
But if they're under that, you have to. Okay. And prior to this enactment in 2022, the associations could waive reserve funding.
Yes.
And that was by, by a vote of the membership, the unit owners. The unit owners.
Oh, that's right.
It's a vote of the unit owners.
Yeah.
And this law took away that ability to not fund those reserves.
Yes.
But I was telling you, just reading it on paper, you don't realize that not all associations have waived those reserves. So when you're a buyer and you're looking at, buying into a condominium, and about this concern and these, inspections and the reserve requirements, you may be walking into an association, or a condominium association anyway, that has already has reserves because they were fully funded.
Exactly.
And a lot of them, were.
Not everybody was deficient.
No, I mean, usually it's the smaller ones. So the bigger ones usually are funded, fully funded. But that's something to look at. Yeah. You have the 3-day right of rescission under Florida law to look at the condominium documents.
Got to do it.
And you could be right up to the contract, but if you haven't, closing date, you haven't been provided those condominium documents, you still have the 3-day right of rescission. So
yes, you do.
But nobody wants to get to that point. So make sure you get your
get your realtor or someone to get them to you.
Yeah, get the association documents and take a look at them. And one of the things is to look at the reserve funding.
For sure.
And their budget.
We need to take a break, because the way we pay for this is with a couple of commercials. We'll be back with Rebecca Emmons. We'll be talking about this condo thing, just to make sure if you guys need anything, you know who to call, me or Rebecca. Back in a minute. See you in a sec.
When life is a struggle, getting help shouldn't be. Unstruggle.org is a place for you to find providers, have appointments on your behalf, and help eliminate the barriers that many people face when seeking mental health treatment. We're here for you. Unstruggle.org.
Start your day with fuel in your tank with breakfast at Marsh Landing. You'll love our biscuits and gravy, sweet potato pancakes, or eggs Benedict with a fried green tomato. And how about a mimosa or a Monster Bloody Mary? It's breakfast, old Florida style, at Marsh Landing in Fellsmere.
Sure, they were born in Jersey, but they were made in America. An attitude and a sound like no other. Jersey Jersey Boys is the international musical phenomenon that takes you behind the scenes and behind the music of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
I'll go on living and keep on forgiving because...
Who knew four guys from New Jersey would turn the world upside down with a unique sound that nobody had heard, but radio couldn't get enough of? Over 10 years on Broadway, winner of 4 Tony Awards with worldwide performances. It's the award-winning musical of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, featuring over 15 of their certified gold songs, and you know them all. Jersey Boys, now playing at Vero's magnificent Riverside Theater. Get your best tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Hello, and welcome to the show. We're so glad you guys are back with us today. We have Rebecca Emmons from Rossway Swan. She is a real estate attorney with us here in the studio today. Rebecca, welcome and Happy New Year if you guys are just tuning in. We're talking about the condo associations and the new structural inspections that need to be done, as well as the reserve study. And I think what people are concerned with is, well, I've been living here forever and I'm on a fixed income. And what are we going to do? I mean, what would somebody do in that situation? Do we know yet? Has it come up that, these people might just not have the money to fund this reserve fund?
It's a definite possibility, right? I mean, if there's no reserves, if they don't have reserves for them, then the association as a whole is going to have a problem.
Right.
As far as a unit owner, you need to know that the association has a lien right on your property for assessments that are properly levied.
Right.
So that is a concern.
Yes.
One of my clients had to go through major redo, and they didn't have assessments.
Okay.
So they actually, the board went through and got financing from a local bank.
Okay.
And was able to provide financing through the local bank in the form of financed assessments.
Right.
So there's some creative financing that the boards can do if they if they're educated and proactive about it. But like you were saying, you were surprised to see that the new statute has personal liability for failure to do these inspections or get these inspections for the board members.
Board members are personally liable. If you're on a condominium board, this is not something you can ignore. This is something
you can't ignore.
Right?
It's for failure to do.
I can hear you going, wow, it's for real.
Well, Oh, go ahead, Rebecca.
I was going to say,
but that's what happened. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, and it's not failure to have a deficient structure. It's failure to do the report.
Right.
And to do the reporting.
Right.
So that once you do the report and you do the reporting, then now that you're reporting it to the local building department, the local building department's going to make you do it.
Right.
Or they're going to fine you.
And that's going to come to the Vero Beach county building department.
Yeah.
These things are going to report back to us. Rebecca, okay. Well, first of all, if somebody wants to talk to you about doing real estate law or anything, but you also do estates. You do.
I do.
Other things.
Yes.
Tell us all kinds of things. We've got our last minute left. What kind of things do you do real quick?
I do probate, estate planning, small business law.
Yeah.
All real estate transactions. But my law firm does everything.
They do.
They do guardianships. They do taxable estate planning. They do litigation.
Fantastic.
They do family law.
Great. If you want to talk to Rebecca Emmons, she's remmons@rosswayswan.com. Just Google Rebecca Emmons at Rossway Swan. Thank you so much for being here, Rebecca Emmons. It always goes too fast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for seeing you. Good to see you. Happy 2024. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.